Class, we are in session. I'm going to teach you how to defeat Expert Mission 19. Yes, the Janemba one. It's really annoying, and it can be pretty difficult. So I've come up with a build, I've come up with a strategy. All of you in the stalls, I see you're quite jaw-dropped. You can't believe I'm doing this, oh my god. So without further ado, let's get into how to defeat Expert Mission 19, the Janemba one. That Janemba thing, the really annoying 19 mission. First, let's look at the stat points. Starting things off, the QQ Bang has 5 in Ki, Stamina and Ki Blast Supers, and it's a direct mirror of Beerus's clothing. The Super Soul is Her, which dramatically boosts the amount of Ki you restore when you're using a charging skill, and the Limit Burst gives you auto health and stamina recovery. Now for the attribute points, 125 will go into your Ki Blast Supers for maximum damage, 84 into stamina for 2 extra bars, 84 into your Ki for 2 extra bars, and the rest you will dump into your health. Now let's look at the super moves. You will be using Maximum Charge, Innocence Bullet, Faint Crash, Guard Breaker. Your Awoken skill will be Golden Form. Your only ultimate will be Emperor's Death Beam, and your evasive will be Vanisher Guard. This Expert Mission, a truly hellish transformation, is the second hardest in the entire game, so it definitely needs a guide. The only enemy is Janemba. Difficulty rating: 4 out of 5 Dragon Balls, Strengths, Brainwashing, Super Armor, Slows Allies, Auto Dodge, and Rage Saucer. This is one of the more infuriating missions because his Brainwash attack is ridiculous, so start off by getting rid of his Super Armor. Well, you don't get rid of his Super Armor, but making it less effective by getting in with an Innocence Bullet, transforming and using all your remaining Ki and an Emperor's Death Beam. As soon as you see the screen start to go purple, that means he's using a Brainwash attack. It will most likely hit every single ally. Most likely. So you have to use Faint Crash to snap in if you have 1 bar of Ki. Use that to get one of your allies free from mind control, and just try and get as many free as possible. Use God Breaker and your ultimates to get rid of the other allies from mind control as well. God Breaker is there in case Janemba gets too close, but again his Super Armor stays active even though he's poisoned, so it probably won't actually knock him away. You need to hit him once before using God Breaker. Charge up all of your Ki with your Super Soul, making it super quick, and attack with your Death Beam. If you've dealt quite a bit of damage to Janemba and it's been a while since you used Brainwash attack, do not use Emperor's Death Beam, because the chances are he'll go into it when you're in the middle of the move and you'll be caught in it. It's not the end of the world if this does happen, but it's just really inconvenient, slows down the mission, and chances are that you might have to clutch out the rest of the game when you get back in. So I would advise against using Emperor's Death Beam. If it's been a while since he's used his Brainwash attack, try and use your Death Beam. Also remember, when you're mind controlled, you come out of your Awoken skill, so don't expect to be using your Death Beam like I was. I kept trying to press it and I just used a basic Ki Blast. It looked really weird. Looking back on the footage, it looks like I'm not even trying, not even doing anything. I was trying to use my Death Beam and I just keep forgetting that I'm not transformed. But that would be my normal combo for getting rid of enemies quickly. But again, didn't work. So remember, you come out of your Awoken skill. As soon as you get back in, you're going to be swamped. So either use Vanisher Guard to see where everyone is and then use God Breaker, or get right in and use God Breaker. You'll blast everyone around you, well, in front of you, away in an AoE attack. I would say go straight for the allies who are mind controlled, because they will be your friends, obviously, once you get rid of that. Their defense is way lower than that of Janemba's, so you're probably better off getting them free. Again, if he uses mind control, you're pretty screwed. Remember that he uses Rage Saucer, so he will teleport around, so make sure that you know exactly where Janemba is. Also remember, you have a Limit Burst that recovers your stamina and your health in case it gets pretty low. Try and use this when you've got the most amount of allies up or not in mind control, but if you're in a pinch, you don't want to not use it, because it will be really... it will save the rest of the match if you use it. And also, don't be shy about completely obliterating your Brainwash allies with an Emperor's Death Beam. It's better to get rid of them quickly and waste some Ki than it is to let them stay around, because they will be distractions while Janemba gets everyone else in a Brainwash attack, or you, and ends the mission. What makes this Expert Mission hard is not fighting Janemba. He's relatively easy, but what makes it difficult is he's constantly mind controlling all of your allies. They do not evade it, most of them get caught, which is where Faint Crash comes in handy. No matter where you are, you're a second away from freeing at least one ally. And just as you'd expect, as soon as Janemba is the only one you have to fight, just attack him with your Emperor's Death Beam or Death Beam, and finish the match with an ultimate finish. Time. When you're trying to get Janemba in an Innocence Bullet, remember that he is really fond of flying around and jumping around and flying after people, so it might take a few attempts. When using Emperor's Death Beam, it's probably advisable to use a 5 or 6 keybar version, because if you use it long enough you can be caught in mind control even though you're in the move. And if that happens when everyone else is mind controlled, it's game over. With the strategy that I've got in this video and the build that comes along with it, you will have a lot of spare time for this mission. So don't feel like you need to rush it. Attack with your Death Beam if you want to. That will do just as good a job, and it will prevent you from being mind controlled. You can probably even finish the mission without even using Emperor's Death Beam. It's just there to speed things up a bit in case you're trying to get the Z rank ultimate finish or get some demon crystals. Remember that Emperor's Death Beam can switch targets if one is destroyed, so use 9 key bars on your allies who are mind controlled, and when you're transforming it's very difficult to see the screen turn purple, so keep that in mind as well. If Janemba's attacking you, use your God Breaker and your Vanisher Guard, but be wary, it's likely that he won't fly away unless you've hit him before you use God Breaker. This has been my guide for Expert Mission 19. Expert Mission 18 is the one coming next, but until then, stay tuned for the next exciting episode of AxoniusRex.